What's going on, guys? Kalipis Tech here, coming back at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot. That being said, let's get into it. So my first reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021 is the storage. Now, this phone has 64 gigabytes of internal storage with microSD card expansion. And this really is a lot, especially for the price you can get this phone at. These days, brand new phones in a similar price range to this phone don't always even have the same amount of storage. Sometimes they have only 32 gigabytes. And they don't always have microSD card expansion either. So whether you're a power user who has a lot of different apps and lots of photos and videos and that sort of thing, or you're just a regular user who doesn't have a lot at all, either way, you're gonna be getting a good deal with 64 gigabytes of internal storage on this phone, because it's always good to have more storage than you think you need. With the system and apps and all that getting bigger and bigger, you're gonna wanna play it on the safe side, especially if you're a more heavy user who does activities that take up more space. My second reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021 is the features this phone has. Keep in mind that although this phone is going for a pretty low price these days, it is still a flagship phone, and it still has features that phones that aren't flagship phones don't have. For example, this phone has wireless charging, so if you have a wireless charger, you can really take advantage of this feature. Say you have one of those nice magnet stands in your car that also doubles as a wireless charger. If you have a phone that doesn't have wireless charging capabilities, like pretty much all of the brand new phones you can find in this price range, you're not going to be able to use that stand to its fullest potential. But with this phone, you can, and that's really nice. This phone also has NFC, so you can use Google and Samsung Pay, and lots of other things that are really going to give you the experience of having a higher end flagship phone. My third reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021 is the display quality. This phone has a 5.8-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440p, a PPI of 570, an aspect ratio of 18.5 by 9, and a screen to body ratio of 83.6%. So while this phone might not have the biggest display out there, it really makes up for that with super good quality. So if you're viewing photos, maybe you're streaming videos or something like that, where you want the fine details of it to really come out, this is gonna be a huge advantage. And in addition to having a really good resolution, the Super AMOLED display is going to make the colors a lot brighter and bolder than they would be on something like an LCD or an IPS LCD display. Overall, if you're looking for a phone that has a really good quality display and don't need it to be super big, then the Samsung Galaxy S9 is going to be a good option. My fourth reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021 is the processor. Internally, this phone is getting 4 gigabytes of RAM with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor. I ran a Geekbench 5 benchmark test on this phone, and it came back with a single core score of 485 and a multi-core score of 2118. So as you can see here, this performance is actually really good. This phone's processor is super powerful and is going to be able to do pretty much anything you want it to, whether you're just browsing the web using the camera and really simple stuff like that, or maybe you're doing something more intense like high performance gaming or video editing with larger files. This phone's processor is going to be able to do it all. And I really couldn't say the same for most brand new phones you're going to find in this price range, because those phones don't have near the processing power as this. In fact, some phones in this price range have multi-core scores barely higher than this phone's single core score. So that really goes to show, if you're looking for flagship performance but have the budget of an entry-level or mid-range phone, then the Samsung Galaxy S9 is going to be a real good option. My fifth and final reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021 is the photo and video quality. This phone has an 8 megapixel front-facing camera right here on the bezel and a 12 megapixel rear camera on the back. Now, the features might not be as advanced as some of the modern phones today, but the quality of this camera more than makes up for that. This phone can take really high quality pictures with really bold, defined colors, and it handles lighting nearly perfectly. In addition to that, this phone can shoot video in 4K in the rear camera and 1440p in the front camera. So if you're looking for that type of quality, if you're really into shooting videos and that sort of thing, then this phone is going to be a great deal because you're very unlikely to find a brand new phone that can shoot 4K videos at all in this price range. But those were my 5 reasons to buy the Samsung Galaxy S9 in 2021. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you want to learn more about this phone, be sure to check out my pros and cons video of it, as well as my analysis on whether or not it's still worth buying in 2021. But that's it for today. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.